everyone, welcome on back to my channel. My name is Iris and this is my Loc journey. I'm currently 28 months Loc, and for the past couple of months everything has been pretty good. I've been loving my hair more, I want to say, especially at this length. And as you can see, I finally hit, I guess what you would call shoulder length or below the neck length. And this length, I have to say, is my favorite so far on my journey at this current time, because it's not too short and it's still not too long, even though to me, I sometimes forget that it's not super short anymore, I want to say. I think I'm so used to my hair being short that I can't do certain things that is the way I'm still thinking, and I forget that I can put it in a ponytail and not all my locks fall out like they used to and things like that. So everything has been pretty good when it comes to that, and my locks have just been flourishing, doing so good. They finally have given me the look that I believe this is what to expect for the rest of the journey. Like I said in my 24-month or my 12-month update, I believe they have constricted down to the capacity that they are going to for my hair density and texture. And I know I was talking about lock count and the size of your locks, I believe, in a previous video, and I know that may matter to a lot of people, and it does make a difference. And I'm noticing, if I would have went a little bigger, I don't think it would give me the look that I have right now, and definitely if I went smaller, it wouldn't give me the look that I currently have right now. So you have to keep that in mind, I feel like, when you decide what size or how many locks you want to do, because when you get to the mature stage in your Loc journey, your hair may look different than what you expected. But of course, with locks, you have to expect the unexpected, so there's really no guarantee that your hair may do a certain look or look a certain way, no matter what size you pick, how many locks you decide. It's just you have to go on the journey and see the results for yourself. So I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get a bit closer and give you a 360. Okay, so now I'm a bit closer. So I'm going to speak on maybe the obvious, but I did color my hair again. I did retouch the color, and I did it because I did a birthday photo shoot. So that was my gift to myself, to do a 40th birthday shoot. So I decided that, I wanted my hair to look as fresh as possible, including the color. So I redid it, and it's not as reddish orange as it used to be. Now it's giving more a true ginger tone, I want to say. It's more on the orange ginger side, if that makes sense. And I kept the back the same color, but I did redo everything again. I didn't bleach it this time. I just used box color, and I was going to release the video of me doing it, but I thought since it was pretty much the same color, that really wasn't necessary. But if you want me to release that video, I don't have a problem editing it and giving it to you of me recoloring my hair. the same exact color, just a little, the tone is a little different, I can do that, so let me know below. But as I was saying, everything has been pretty good. You know, my hair is pretty much looking the same. I feel like as my 12-month, the only difference is the length is longer. You know, the length has been coming through, and now I feel like it's hit the shoulders, and it's sometimes scaring me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When you hit shoulder length and you've been used to short hair for so long, it does take you back a little bit. Like, what is that on my shoulder, on my neck, touching it now? And I do get that sometimes still. And you know, I feel like the back is taking off a little bit faster now than the rest of my hair. I don't know what's going on. I feel like my hair goes through different stages where certain parts of it takes off more than the other, and I guess that's just a growth cycle, which is pretty normal. So I feel like the back is definitely now trying to thrive at this time, as you can see where it's sitting on me right now. And the only other thing or issue, which I don't think it's really a big issue, that I was concerned about from my 12-month that I still have, is the ends. So I did clip some of my ends, and I did a bit of dusting, so to speak, because I felt like certain locks were giving, you know, I don't know, like these little balls at the end. Like, here's another one that I didn't get, but as you can see, it's giving like this little ball at the end, and it's like thin in a certain area, like then in between that and the rest of the lock. Now I do use rubber bands, so I don't know if that's because I had rubber bands too tight, why it's doing that. I don't know if that's because when I started my locks, you know, I didn't start it the best way, but you can even see it better on this one. Here's another one that I need to trim or cut, but you see it thins right here, and then the rest of the lock is fine. You know, it's going well, but it's just the ends is just starting to thin there. So I want to say I cut about 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 of them before, you know, before this. I want to say I did that around 24 to 25 months. I did a quick little trim here. This was one of them, and as you can see, the ends is now having a straight curly piece, and some of them have that because those are the ones I actually went through and trimmed and cut. But those two are the two that are still left that I still need to dust or trim. And other than that, there's nothing really happening with my locks. I want to say they're still giving the same look. I want to say length is still happening here and there, as you can see, which is pretty normal for locks. I did start some new locks, and I did show you these in my 12-month. So this is how my starter locks or my baby locks are doing, and they're giving what the rest of my locks look like they're giving, which is, you know, they're about the same size, I want to say, but they're still going through their process. So I don't know if they're gonna give this the entire process. They're still budding, they're still, you know, going through the locking process. So I have about, I want to say 5 of them that are new here. Here's 4 of them. This one is new, this one, this one, this one, and I want to say there's another one. Oh, here it is. So these are the newest ones, and this is how they are growing. And the only thing about having locks or starter locks on your edges, if you want to know why I started them on my edges, you can look at my previous updates to know why I've started these locks on my edges. The only thing about starting locks on your edges is that they don't necessarily lay properly. For them to lay like this, I had to twist them down and lock them down because see, as this one is sticking out. This is what they love to do the majority of the month. And they don't necessarily like to lay down because of course they don't have the weight that the rest of my locks have, because the rest of my locks are weighty, they are heavier, so they'll lay down properly. But my starter locks of course are just doing their own thing. But this is how they are doing. And as far as the locks that I had the thinning, remember I told you guys I had some thinning up here in, I want to say this is like the crown of my head. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but the top of my head here, and this is how these locks are doing. So I believe it's these two in particular, because as you can see where they were thinning here, which is here, they were thinning there, and as you can see how they're thickening up here now that I've decided to start crocheting and braiding the loose hairs. They're now starting to thicken up from that point on. So this is what they're giving now, the thickness. So I've been working on that. I still get hairs that separate in this top area. Like I said, this is my loose hair area. My hair texture is much looser at the top of my head, and definitely in this front area rather than the back. So I get a lot of separation where the hair is going away from my locks in those areas. But they have been doing much better since I've been maintaining them and kind of attending to them, like I said, with crocheting the loose hairs, or I decide to braid them sometimes, and I do it depending on how long the hairs are. If they're long enough, I'll braid them. If they're not, then I'll just crochet them. So other than that, she is doing amazing. I love this color. I feel like this is a fall color that I did in the summer, and I just been riding with it. I don't think I'm going to change this color anytime soon. I feel like I'm going to keep it for a while, but you know, everything else is pretty much great. My edges are doing better now that I've, you know, started the new locks, and I think that's pretty much it that I can think of right now for my update. So that is pretty much it for my 28-month lock update. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye guys.